Have you lost money by giving someone money to do business for you before, probably online, and for some reason they come back and they tell you another story and your money is gone? Now, you just need to listen to what I'm about to share, and it just might be something that will completely change your life. My name is Stallone-Obaraemi, and I used to be an HR person. I've been there for 13, 15 years, worked in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. And then at some point, I decided to stop and decided to go into my own business. And I started consulting and teaching. But at some point, there were also economic challenges in the country which affected the business that I was doing. And so I had to go online. I started doing business online. And that exposed me to quite a lot. I made a lot of money online, but I also lost the money online. And I'm sure that you probably are in the same place with me, or you probably have experienced the same. Well, for me, the biggest part of it was what happened in 2018, the second week of December 2018, where I lost $480,000 because I gave the money to someone to do business for me and make decisions for me. And the decisions that the person really made did not pan out well for me. And so I lost all that amount of money. Did all stuff, went to law enforcement, did all everything, and the money was not coming out. And then I got broken, I got heartbroken, and I got emotionally stunted. I got mentally, I couldn't grow, I couldn't move on. So even when I found another opportunity, I couldn't take advantage of it. Again, I say you probably have been in worn those shoes or been in same state. Okay. And then after that, I had to take the remaining money that I had to give to someone who said he would be able to help me to recover whatever funds I've lost through forex trading. And again, 6 weeks down the line, all that went down the drain. I went into fish farming. 6 months down the line, that again went down the drain because I didn't have the right mindset. I wasn't doing things right. And then a mentor of mine called me and said, Stallone, you've got to stop all of this because you are not in your right frame of mind and you keep making mistakes. So I spent 2020 during the coronavirus period to do what? To learn, to read, to be in my space, to study. Then in 2021, February, a friend of mine invited me for dinner. And I was reluctant, but my wife kept pressuring me that we should just go out for some fresh air or something. So I went out there, but why wasn't I ready to go? But because I felt that if he was inviting me for dinner, he wanted to sell something to me and I wasn't ready to buy anything. So I got there and I was like this for like 3 hours. I wasn't ready to listen to anything. And then boom, something happened. What was it? He started showing me the numbers. First of all, I got to realize that the friend of ours who took an opportunity that we declined in 2019 had been able to turn $500 into over $2,000. So that means that he turned like 36,000 naira into 1.5 billion, by the time we did all the calculations back and forth. And that was huge. The numbers made sense to me. And so wisdom just got to me and said, hey, you know what? Why don't you just listen? So I started listening. And I spent 3 nights researching, checking, finding faults to see if I was going to take that or not, if I was going to take up the opportunity or not. And I didn't find any. I asked a couple of questions. Question number one, was I going to give my money to anyone to manage for me? And the answer I got was no. Question number two, was I going to share the profit with anyone that would give me 0.5%, 1% or something? The answer was no. You take 100% of whatever profit that is made. Boom. Then question number three, will I learn anything? Because it's not the result that matters, it is the person that I become in the process of creating the result that makes all the difference. So yes, I was going to learn how to look at assets, digital assets, and invest in them in my own way. I was going to ride on the back of mentors and coaches and analysts, and boom, that made so much sense to me. So I hated the place I was coming from where I would make money online and lose the money too because of lack of knowledge. I hated the sport where I lost so much money that it grounded me, it brought me to a halt. Okay. And now I've got into a place where the future is bright. I see it happening because of the space that we play in. I'm now working with a community of mentors and coaches and analysts that have had 97.5% success in their predictions of assets to buy and where to invest your money from 2017 till date it has happened. I'm now working with a group of people that have helped people to move $100 from to move people to move their funds from $100 to over 18 million naira, like from 36,000 to 18 million. That's huge. Or from 36,000 to about 37 million in the case of another asset that was called. Now, this community in 2017 called an asset that those who invested as low as 36,000 naira made up to 1.1 billion naira after 3 years and 7 months. Now that is huge. In the space of all this time, I've always been there. You have always been there. Many of us have always been there. But how many times have we been able to turn 36,000, $100 into 1.5 billion, into 1.1 billion, into 18 million or 37 million? From 2020, March 13th to 2021, about 1 year after, people moved their $100, 36,000 to 18 million. They did not sell anything. They did not recruit anybody. They did not sponsor anybody. They did not do any technical analysis. They did not do anything. All they did just two things: information and positioning. I call it information and positioning. You see, in life, it's not the person who works the hardest that makes the most. The most important thing here is that you get the information. You are in a community where you get the right quality information, and you don't stop there. You take your position. For many people today, they take positions without necessarily having the right information. And so we have the right information, and then you can also position. Now, if this makes sense to you, all right, if this makes sense to you, look around you. Maybe below this video, by the side, left, right, or on top, you're going to find a link. Click on the link, and that would lead you to where you're going to get the entire gist on how you can get into this community, how you can begin to turn your money and make insane profits without necessarily giving your money to anyone to manage for you, or even sharing your profit with anyone. On top of that, you will be massively coached and mentored on how to manage your funds. All right. Now, this opportunity is for who? It is not for people looking for daily bread. Why is that so? Because when you look for daily bread today, you will look for the bread, you look for bread tomorrow, you look for bread another day. Now that doesn't take you anywhere. The most important thing is that you build in such a way that you have this exponential result, and then boom, you create so much impact, and then you gain significance. So if you are that person that wants to create massive impact and gain significance, then this community is for you. Click on the link below, on the side or on top, and get the gist, and let us guide you. However, if you're that person that's looking for daily bread, maybe this is not the space for you. And I'm being very plain with you. Okay, we have an amazing system that beats most of the things you have seen. Nobody's going to take one kobo from you to invest in your behalf. You have total control. You can get out of any asset in seconds, and in 10 minutes or less, the money is already in your bank account. You have total control. All right. So this is what I have for you, and I hope that it makes sense to you. Our journey, our message, our mission is simple. Stop losing. Stop giving your money to people, and stop jumping on scammy and Ponzi schemes. Okay? Go out there and create value, and let us help you how you can make insane profit by banking on the knowledge that we supply. We can challenge you, we can tell you that, listen, your 2021, the remaining part of 2021 is still bright. I can also tell you that build for another for 2022, year 2022, it is completely impossible for you to be in our community and not get out of the survival state to the point of significance. And then if you're comfortable, that's fine. But if you and then you have money somewhere and you're looking for where to invest the money, and you will have control, then this is the place. Click on the link below, on the side or on top. All right. And then if you're working and you get paid salary, that's okay. You take some part, you're looking for somewhere to invest. Here is the place. Remember, it is information, IP, information, positioning, no selling, no recruiting, no sponsoring, nothing. no technical analysis. You don't have to be a guru. All right. And this is happening in an amazing space. You want to know the space that this is happening. You want to know how to get into that community that will completely change your life and the lives of the people around you. And you will make insane profits, 50,000%, 1,000,000%. Now, listen, we're not financial advisors, we're not legal advisors. And but what I've just told you is there are possibilities. They've happened, they're still happening, and more assets are being called every day, every week. Please don't just be a bystander. Take action, take position for the sake of your loved ones. Click on the link below right now on the side or maybe on top, and let's get